What do you make of what Trump has said about diversity, equity and inclusion policies? He's basically suggested that they should be scrapped.
They should be scrapped. Yeah, diversity, equity and inclusion are three wonderful sounding words that are in fact a scheme to do the exact opposite. It's to divide and it's to create inequality. It's to revive racism, but this time against white people. It's all based on this idea that there's an oppressor and oppressed. It's what I call neo-communism, because the communism before 1989 failed. It was centered around class and economic inequality. But this DEI scheme is based on race and identity politics. And these things are terrible, and we've seen the outcome of that. So for the Trump administration to go out and say, let's get rid of this, I'm very much in favor of that.
Now the question is that woman was wrong? Is she wrong what she said about? You tell me. But I think she has way much good explanation on that. And yes, it looks like it revived racism now against white people, obviously. But what you want me to say, it's just one thing. Okay, now let's talk about the Second Amendment. Let's talk about it, because this is people calling him, he paid for karma, he paid for karma and everything, blah, blah, blah. Okay, finally the graphic says, he said the Second Amendment is worth the cost of some gun deaths, okay? Quote unquote, he say the Second Amendment is worth the cost of some gun deaths. Kirk did say that at TP USA, so Turning Point USA, fifth event in Utah, on April 5th, 2023, the event was held days after 3 children and 3 adults were killed in school shooting in Nashville. Video from the event showed Kirk being asked by an audience member how to make the point that protecting the Second Amendment is important. Kirk responded that the amendment is there, God forbid, so that you can defend yourself against tyrannical government. Tyrannical government. But having an armed citizenry comes with a price, and that is the price of liberty, he said. You will never live in a society when you have an armed citizenry, and you won't have a single gun death, Kirk later said. That is nonsense. It's drivel, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun death every single year, so that we can have a Second Amendment to protect our other God-given right. That is a prudent deal. It is rational. Nobody talks like this. They live in a complete alternative universe. So I don't know. Okay, you tell me. It is factcheck.org. What I think is very interesting is how people like Ilhan Omar, these people are talking like he's a Frankenstein and everything. All these politicians are talking. Even Mr. Obama, I heard something he said. I have a question, seriously. It's not that I'm judging what I say or what you say. The question I have is, Hollywood have made many movies where you see gun violence also. Yeah, there are movies that you watch, you see the violence, you see some violence, you see how the bullet goes into the body, you see some stuff that we didn't used to see before when we were young. And the movie seems to be more and more like realistic. Like it's showing more and more things that you sometimes are scared. Sometimes you feel like they are even making a whole of actors who play the role of murderers, and they have sometimes their role lead to some award achievement. I don't know how to say that. Okay, and then you have it, and then you have some movie. I don't attack them, but when you see some title like Criminal Minds, Criminal Minds, with series TV that you play in your home, for example, because the word is criminal minds, okay? Because in order to be a criminal, you have to have a mind of a criminal. And I don't listen to me carefully, because I see people twist some words sometimes. I do not attack these TV shows, these TV series, but this title we didn't have it when we were young. How to Get Away with Murder. This title, for example, it doesn't scare you up. It doesn't scare you that it is in your home, in your TV. You have some movies that you watch, and you see that sometimes even Hollywood have sometimes even some songs who are kind of encouraging violence. Okay, you don't feel threatened by that. We never see parents going to say to work and say, we don't want that in our home anymore. We don't want to watch that kind of things like that. You don't see people being like talking about it. But the moment Charlie Kirk was talking on his speech, or I don't know who debating, who is talking on his microphone, is not going to your home, just pointing his opinion, is the one who is creating mass shooting in the country, who is dividing the country. But the movie that you are watching in your home doesn't make any problem for you. The movies that are sometimes, or some songs that you sometimes listen to, don't make you feel uncomfortable. This is where I don't get it, okay? This is where I'm really confused about all that, and I think there is a lack of honesty. Sometimes, I don't know. I don't defend him completely. I'm just trying to understand I try to understand the meaning of all that, because you cannot be happy and you say that in your home your children are watching some TV series where you see criminals literally showing how they show how people really prepare a crime, and it doesn't bother you. You see some movies, you hear some songs who clearly tell you some stuff, but you are uncomfortable when someone take his microphone and say, we should protect our... I mean, you tell me, maybe I'm wrong, okay? Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know all this, so you tell me what you think about it, and I will say, see you next time, okay?